Hey all you tricksters, welcome back to What's New in the eShop. This is the show where I take a look at all of the releases coming out in the subsequent week. On the eShop, we are going to take a look at what I think are the highlights. I kind of just picked those by what I think look the most interesting. And then there will be a sizzle reel that will give you a taste of everything else that is to come, including all that shovelware crap that we love on the eShop. So let's jump right into these highlights. Starting out on August 30th, we have Dusk Diver 2. Enter Taiwan's bustling district of Jiminding, a destination for gourmands, music aficionados, and interdimensional beings intent on destroying this world. 1 year after saving humanity from dimensional destruction, Yumo and the Guardians of Kunlun take on new forces in a sequel packed with even more hack-and-slash gameplay. Switch control of 4 unique characters, get stat boosts from real-life restaurant meals, and tailor skills and orb combos to suit your playstyle. Do you have what it takes to save humanity from these new forces of evil? Alright, I took a look real quick at the Steam reviews of this game. It has been out for a little while. They're kind of just okay, but it's a Musou game. If you don't know what a Musou game is, it's basically a Dynasty Warriors hack-and-slash game. I think most people who get these kind of games, they know what they're getting into. They want something that's mindless. They want to mash some buttons and watch insane amounts of baddies just go flying in the distance. So I think if you know you like the first one, or even if you don't, and you know you like these Dynasty Warriors styles games, you are probably going to enjoy Dusk Diver 2. Alright, also on August 30th, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Cowabunga Collection coming out. This is, of course, a big collection of all the old Konami arcade and console Ninja Turtle releases. You're getting everything. You're getting the arcade games, the original Ninja Turtles arcade game, Turtles in Time. You're getting the ports of those games to consoles. You're getting all of the sort of little one-off games like Tournament Fighters. There's actually there's 3 different versions of Tournament Fighters. You got the Genesis version, the Super Nintendo version. There's even an NES version of TMNT Tournament Fighters. There's a lot of games that maybe you didn't even realize were a part of the Konami library, including the original Konami Game Boy games too. Those are actually pretty darn good. I remember playing those as a kid, so I'm pretty excited about checking out this collection. So just let me know down in the comments below whether or not you are thinking of picking up this collection. It is very tempting indeed. Also on August 30th, we have what I would consider to be the highest highlight of the week. We have Tinykin. Milo arrives on Earth to find out he's way too small. Everybody's gone and a day hasn't passed since 1991. Team up with the mysterious Tinykin and use their unique powers to create ladders, bridges, explosions, and a lot more. Find a way through a sprawling, ant-sized metropolis and unravel Earth's biggest mystery. Explore cities of ants, beetles, and other insects built inside of a giant house, meet characters everywhere you go, and learn their stories and history. Catch over 100 Tinykin in each city and use their special abilities to climb higher, break down doors, and solve the city's problems. Skateboard around on Milo's tiny soap board, jump, grind, and hover around the house. Collect upgrades to improve Milo's bubble pack. Build out the Ardwin Museum and complete Ridmy's mysterious machine. Okay, so I can actually give a little bit of insight to this game because I've actually played it all the way through already. And I can tell you that this could possibly be my game of the year so far. I went into this thinking it was purely a Pikmin clone, and really it's more of an old school classic platformer, but with the Pikmin sort of abilities layered on top to how you traverse the world. But the game is just oozing in charm. It's really got a great sense of humor. Kind of has a little bit of maybe almost like a bit of a Paper Mario feel, the way you interact with characters and you kind of hear about their annoyances with each other and how they're trying to get along. But then there's also a lot of deeper story elements. But you know what? I'm not going to keep going on and on. I am going to have a review compilation coming up of 10 different eShop games that I heartily recommend. This will be on the list. I will give my further opinions on it at that point. On September 1st, we have a game, for me at least, that comes totally out of left field. Welcome to the neon-covered 2D meets 3D cyberpunk world of Anno Mutashonen. In this action and adventure game with RPG elements, you become Anne, a highly skilled, combat-trained lone wolf on a personal mission in a giant metropolis full of sinister mega corporations, mysterious fringe groups, and creatures more bizarre than words can express. Alright, I don't have to tell you that this game looks gorgeous. I absolutely adore this visual style where we've got sort of these pixelated characters, but they're walking around a very detailed cyberpunk neon lit city. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Now, I do notice that there's a lot of games now that use this sort of a thing where all the characters are 2D sprites, but the backgrounds are 3D. In fact, I mean, we got Tinykin. There's actually another game that I'm about to talk to you about that also uses a sort of a similar art style, but here it just looks gorgeous. It just looks like there's so much character in the world. I just can't wait to try this out, and I love a good beat 'em up and hack and slash gameplay with some RPG mechanics. I'm hoping that this is a real hidden gem, a real highlight. I can tell you that the Steam version has some really phenomenal user reviews, so I really think it just comes down to whether or not they do the Switch port right. So let me know if you're checking this game out. I think it looks fantastic, and you know what? I believe it also has a demo, so you could try it out right now. Okay, also coming out on September 1st is the long in gestation and awaited Ooblets. Ooblets is a farming creature collection and town life game where you build up your farm, befriend townsfolk, grow ooblets, and have dance-offs. Yep, that's kind of the gist of it. This is one of those games I have to admit that I kind of thought released a long time ago, and I was like, wait, this is still been in development? So, yeah, I guess it's been in the cooker a long time. Hopefully it turns out well. I think it looks like for people who are fans of either Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing, that this is going to be right up their alley, a nice, relaxing life sim, but with some fun little gardening mechanics and raising these little ooblets. Also on September 1st, we have Chinso Club. This is sort of the opposite of a game like Ooblets. Very cute, but also very bloody. Aliens are attacking. Who will save us? Chinso Club will. Using chainsaws, hammers, and the aliens' own life force against them, these fearless warriors will pulverize enemies on their way to victory. Go solo. Go co-op. Go hack those aliens in this action-packed, side-scrolling platform brawler. So yeah, it is a roguelike brawler. So if you like roguelikes, you like brawlers, you like something that's kind of cutesy, but also shockingly gory at the same time, I think you're going to like Chinso Club. I really just put that on this list because I just really like that juxtaposition between cutesy and gory. I think it's funny. So that's why it got in the highlight reel. Also on September 1st, we have Here Comes Nico. Like I was just saying, we have a big influx of games, 3D platformer style games where the character is a 2D sprite moving around a 3D world. I really like this kind of art style. I think it's fun. It's whimsical. This kind of really reminds me of that game Demon Turf that came out too long ago, except that this is much more friendly looking, much more colorful. My understanding from the reviews from the PC version is that this is a good game, but it is very easy. This is very much meant to be a relaxing platforming experience. So if you're looking for something that's really going to give you a challenge and that feeling of satisfaction of a hard platformer, this is not what you want. But if you're looking for something to just chill with, have some wonderful artwork, I think you're going to enjoy Here Comes Nico. Also on September 1st, we have Restless Soul. Welcome to the afterlife. You are the latest soul to arrive in the great beyond, but you need to take care of some unfinished business back in the land of the living. You must find a way to return by using your new ghostly reflexes to evade bullet hell battles with the aid of fellow souls you meet along the way. Be careful though, you are not the only one looking for a way to return from death. Evil Dr. Crawl and his army also want to escape and will try to stop you every chance they get. This game definitely has a sort of a Paper Mario aesthetic and feel. Not an RPG though, from my understanding, the description and from what I've seen, it is more of like a bullet hell style gameplay. But sounds like it's going to be pretty funny, whimsical, a lot of humor that kind of breaks the fourth wall. So if you're into that sort of silly, whimsical kind of game, I think this might be one worth checking out. And lastly, on September 2nd, we have Made in Abyss, Binary Star Falling into Darkness. My goodness, that title is a mouthful. Made in Abyss is an action RPG in which the players themselves descend into the world of the Abyss and grow through their experience in its depths. The game, supervised by the original series author, recreates the world of the Abyss in 3D, including battles with creatures, collecting relics, and the Curse of the Abyss. Fans are sure to enjoy the dark fantasy that remains true to the unique flavor of the original work. The game offers 2 modes. Hello Abyss is a story mode in which players can relive the story of the anime while learning the basic system and how to progress in-game. In Deep in Abyss, players can enjoy an original story of a new cave raider who takes on the challenge of exploring the depths of the abyss. Many characters from Made in Abyss appear, and event scenes are fully voiced by the cast of the anime. Okay, so the reason I felt like I needed to include this in the sizzle reel was the trailer was kind of disturbing, actually. I don't know anything about this anime, so maybe there's going to be a fan of this anime in the comments who's going to be pulling their hair out saying, oh, this is, what it's all about. But from what I could see, it's very colorful, very cute looking, but then there are moments when they are down spelunking in this abyss area where the characters basically lose their minds. It gets super gory all of a sudden. So yeah, it's actually a mature rated game. This is not a game for kids. And I just think, again, anytime you sort of have the juxtaposition of cute with gory and disturbing, it's kind of infectious. I don't know. I just want to check it out, All right, so those are the highlights that I chose, but hang tight. We're going to have a sizzle reel with the rest of the titles, and there's actually some pretty solid looking things in there. Just games I didn't really have an opinion about, but you should check it out and see if there's anything that is of your liking. All right, all you tricksters, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know down in the comments below if you are picking up any of these titles. I strongly encourage Tinykin. It is a great game. You really should try that one out. And until next time, I hope you have great gaming. Bye-bye.